Hello, everyone. Welcome to you. I hope you're doing great. Charlie is hanging with me here. Let's see where we go today. A couple of announcements. The tarot certification is starting next month in the middle of January. If you want to be certified and want to learn tarot from me, there's a link below. If you'd like a private reading, some amazing private readers, link is below. You can check out my website for that. Let's see where we go today. All right, deep breath, everybody. Deep breath. So we have a couple days left of Sagittarius, and this reminds me of Jupiter. All right, Jupiter in Taurus right now. Some of you can find that the end of this year is going to be to your liking. I do feel like something is kind of like a lucky break, or you feel like, wow, I never could, like a little bit of a miracle. Like I never could believe that this was going to happen. I never could believe that this was going to show up, but here it is. In fact, you might be questioning yourself a lot right now. So let's see where we go from there. Safe travel. All right. Again, magic. Yeah. Some of you are either, the most basic one is some of you are going to get a really awesome trip lined up for yourself. Some of you are going to be asked to be part of a trip, or be, invited to a trip or something like that. Some of you may be having someone travel to you, and that is magic. All right. That is a little bit of a miracle. Maybe you didn't see that coming. So let's go with that, shall we? Let's go with that. What you don't see coming. That's going to be the cards from underneath. I've given you plenty of treats today. He snubbed his food. We're not doing that, Charlie. Doesn't like to eat in the morning, so I don't force him. But you're not getting cookies. All right. So let's see what's happening here. What is going on for those of you watching? 9 of Pentacles underneath. This is about a feeling of stability, like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And some of you may not feel like that right now. Queen of Wands, 5 of Cups, the Star. Some of you are healing from a disappointment. Or some of you are dealing with someone who's disappointing you. There's the Chariot energy, the Page of Cups. I'm sorry. 10 of Cups. I feel like some of you have given up on something happening. It's a Christmas miracle. I'm like a little bowled over by this, because I feel like if you have felt like someone's disappointing you, I feel like healing that feeling of disappointment is really what's being asked of you right now. Meaning that let's not focus so much on the loss. Let's focus on what you have in your life. Let's just do that. Let's focus on good things, lively things, fun things, joyful things. Let's just focus on that right now. And then I feel like all of a sudden this person shows up. This person's going to drive to you. Okay? You don't see this coming. Some of you are not expecting the arrival of magic. I mean, that's a little bit like a Santa sleigh, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not aligning this to Christmas or anything like that, but I am saying that being okay with where you are right now is the fastest way to get where you want to go. Acceptance of existing situation, not validating it, but like appreciating what's good about things. We're still in Sagittarius time for a couple more days, and Sagittarians are very optimistic. And so it's sort of like, I remember my mother used to say to me, like, you could have fun in a box. For real. Yes, that's true. And it's time to kind of access that ability to enjoy oneself or see the blessings around us, no matter what. Okay, no matter what. So, Hermit, Five of Pentacles, no matter what. Ace of Pentacles. Something had to be lost in order for gain to come in. I just feel like that's a lesson for somebody. Hanged Man. Something had to be lost, like space had to be made. Hanged Man, Knight of Wands, Lovers. Wow. What in the world? All right, so far Gemini, Sag, Virgo, Aquarius, Cancer. All right, seeing those signs. Capricorn, here's the Devil energy, Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords. Okay, interesting juxtaposition. Ace of Swords and the Seven of Swords. These are opposites, okay? And this thing is, in Capricorn time, there's something about the truth is holding us back. So it's like the inverse, right? Because we have the Hanged Man. Like the truth is holding us back from living our true lives, the truth of something. Okay, so in order to, now stick with me here, in order to get where we want to go, there's something about letting go of the lie or focusing on, okay, this is a backflip, okay? Focusing on the truth in the midst of some kind of lie. Focusing on what's true in the midst of some kind of lie is going to open up the future. Focusing on, oh, wow. Okay, so this also is making me, this is interesting. There's a lot of oppositions here. So it's like, okay, I want us to be committed together. This is fly by night. And this is stability or the potential of stability, and this is instability. So we're getting a lot of opposite energies here. And in astrology, oppositions, so I'll just humor me here for a second. In astrology, oppositions are about two energies that have something in common, right? There's the truth, there's fidelity, there's stability. And this is like risk versus reward or risk versus security, right? This is the risk, Ace of Pentacles. It's only about potential. This is the loss of security because risk was not taken, okay? And that's what brings wisdom. The loss of stability because a risk was not taken, all right? That's number one. Number two, the opposite of, right, we're having this whole discussion about fidelity versus infidelity or commitment versus lack of commitment. There's something here about letting go of commitment so that real fidelity can take place, letting go of something that isn't enriching in our lives so that something that is fiery can supplant it. All right, you're with me here. Then this Devil energy is about being trapped or being like the truth will set you free or something like that. But there's something about what's being said. It's like reading between the lines or something. This is like a complete reading of opposites. Those are all opposites. And interestingly, Hermit, Hanged Man, and the Devil card are kind of opposite too. So the Hermit is about wisdom. The Devil is we stay where we are because we're living a lie. We're believing that to stay is better than to go, or to be in the fiery inferno is better than us leaving behind something that we committed to or something like that. This is Virgo and this is Capricorn. And the Hanged Man is kind of the pivotal card in this whole reading, which is kind of like down is up. Okay? So down is up. So can you apply that to something in your life that you think isn't going your way, it actually is. Down is up. Okay? I'm going to eat myself into oblivion and I actually lose weight. I'm not suggesting that, but I'm just trying to give you like opposite energies is what is bringing in the miracle, the magic. All right, there's something here about that. Let me clarify a little bit. So 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, our heart's desire, 3 of Cups, friendship, Knight of Pentacles, stability, Sun. So some of you are going to accept something that's rickety in terms of stability versus risk. Okay, that's Scorpio and Taurus energy, right? Scorpio is all about transformation through risk. And oppositions, as I started to talk about earlier, oppositions are about the energies that have something in common, that you see that each side is, it's not, if you're looking at one thing as if that's bad and this is good, what you're going to be seeing is there's shadow and light to each side of that. There's shadow to security if it becomes overly rigid. There's shadow to risk if it becomes wanton, throwing caution to the wind. There's no thinking. There's not thinking. There's no intuition being employed. So there's something here about that shadow, the risk versus security. That's Taurus and Scorpio energy. The fidelity is Sagittarius, Gemini. It's like literally these two cards are Sagittarius and Gemini. And so what is the opposition, or what is the energetic expression of that? Adventure is required for future fidelity. Adventure, exploration, expansion, human expansion individually, so that it's like you can stay on the same page with each other. Okay, there needs to be a passion in a relationship. And I don't mean sex necessarily. I mean that there needs to be some kind of fired up passion to build something stable. All right. And the final one here is about lies and truth. The lies we tell ourselves to stay either with risk versus security, or passion versus a little bit of stability. So what are the energies here with Gemini and Sagittarius? It's also about communication. It's also about individuality. It's about what do I believe versus what the collective believes, and which collective are we talking about? And I feel like we're navigating our way in a new world of what's true and what's not true for all those things. Okay. And if we decide to stay in a situation, so let's see, that's Taurus and Scorpio. Yeah, Taurus and Scorpio, Sag and Gem. I mean, this could be Capricorn, Cancer energy, because I am seeing that Cancerian energy there. It can be a little bit about Capricorn with Aquarius, but that's not oppositional energy. Capricorn and Cancer is oppositional energy of, what's right out in the world, Capricorn, versus what's right in my nurturing kind of home, or my foundation, my ancestors, my anchor to my lineage, versus what the world wants me to do, or what I'm being pushed to do out in the world. In order to make a lot of money, do I have to lie? Okay. Is there that going on? Is there this sense of like truth and deception? And at what point are we deceiving ourselves in order to stay safe? Capricorn. Okay. So this is a very interesting spread. Let me clarify the Sag and Gemini energy. Now, this doesn't have to be for a Sagittarius or for a Gemini. I'm just using the terms of oppositions, those oppositions that are naturally occurring in houses 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10. If you have a lot of planets in any of those houses in your birth chart, I feel like this might apply to you. That's just coming through. Okay. So clarify the Sag and Gemini energy here for me. Judgment, crossroads. Like there's a belief in the world that to have a stable relationship, one must abandon passion and go toward stability. And that means there's some kind of inherent meaning that that's devoid of passion. But we're at this crossroads collectively where we get to make those decisions. Judgment, 4 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Done with stagnation, that's for sure. Look at that Leo energy coming up behind that Leo, beautiful Leo energy of passion and from a healed place. She's overcome her inner demons. That all of those houses that I was just talking about the risk versus security, about passion versus love or long-term stability in a relationship, the truth versus deception. We're really reconciling these oppositional elements with the Hermit, wisdom, Hanged Man, enlightenment. Devil energy has to do with us renouncing our own rules. Okay, Capricorn. Pluto is in Capricorn right now, at the very end of Capricorn, 29 degrees, and it's going to 0 degrees Aquarius on January 20th. And this last month of Capricorn, we hit Capricorn this week. This very last month of Capricorn is going to have us shaking our foundational beliefs around these oppositions. Risk versus security, love versus sex, truth versus deception. All right, we're going to have that going on. Wow. Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, Justice. Balance in all things. So that's a beautiful last card for this first part of the reading. I'm going to pull cards in the extended for each zodiac sign. But what this says to me is that we must learn to temper, Sagittarian energy, temperance, right? It's like transmuting of all energies to see the positive, see the powerful in each side of these oppositions. So when you work with an opposition in your birth chart, it becomes balanced. You have love and sex. You have stability and risk. And you have truth and deception. So we can say it a different way. Truth, information, and creativity. Because it's just information. When we put truth to it, we give it a value judgment, right? We're saying something is true versus something is false. But I feel like the balancing of that is information versus creativity. How are you looking at things? Is something a lie? Okay. Is something not in your belief system? So it's automatically a lie for you? Is it a lie? I think that the next 20 years when we have Pluto in Aquarius is about the internet. Aquarius is about technology. Aquarius is about AI and things like that. I think and I talked about this last week, I think we are going to be challenged with the ability to see what's true and what's not. You know where you find that? In the balance of your own capabilities, in your intuition. Your intuition has a connection to the frequency of the human element. And that is going to be very important in an age of AI, where you're not going to be able to tell what's true and what's not. And there's going to be a lot of people on this planet who aren't going to be able to access their intuition and know what's true and what's not. Forget about AI, just in general, especially as it relates to money and careers or love and sex or unhooking themselves from traditions that don't work for them anymore and going in their own direction. That's Aquarian energy, is very much a rebel. It's also about the collective. So Pathfinders, you're watching this morning, and I've said to you that in 2024, we are going to focus on intuition. So if you're not part of Pathfinders, this is a good time to jump on. We're going to start that in January. And that is what's happening here. It's about kind of in the last gasp of Pluto in Capricorn. We are going to have a 2.5 months, September, October, and a little half of November next year, where that's going to raise its head again. But there's kind of like this, are you sure feeling? There's also like a tying up of loose ends feeling to that. So it's like going to wobble in September, October, and half of November. It's going to wobble back into Capricorn and go, we got to tie up some loose ends here. And that's what's happening right now, between now and January 20th, when Pluto pops into Aquarius. There can be some destabilizing of technology, of groups, of friends and social circles, lots of things. Is that good or is that bad? Necessary, unnecessary, real, not real. It's going to be up to you to determine. So I'm going to continue with this reading. If you want to continue on with me, this is December 18th. See you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.